Stella and the Glass Slipper. In a cozy but crumbling house lived a girl named Stella. Stella was as kind as she was busy, but after her father passed, she was left with her cruel stepmother, Madame Vexia, and two selfish stepsisters, Bruna and Letha, who made her do all the chores. Stella slept on a straw mat near the cold ashes, dreaming of better days. One morning, a royal herald arrived with exciting news. Prince Kale was hosting a magnificent ball, and everyone was invited. "A ball! We must look magnificent," cried Madame Vexia. She promptly declared that Stella could not go. Stella spent the next 3 days sewing gowns, polishing shoes, and curling the hair of Bruna and Letha. Finally, the grand, rickety carriage pulled away, carrying Madame Vexia, Bruna, and Letha, who were giggling wildly. Stella watched from the window until the lights disappeared. Then she sank onto a crate and began to weep softly. Pop! A sudden, bright, warm light filled the room. Standing before Stella was a sparkling woman with kind eyes and a shining silver wand. "I am Aura, your fairy godmother," she smiled, "and you shall go to the ball." With a wave of her wand and a flick of magic, Aura began the transformation. A fat pumpkin became a gilded carriage. 6 little field mice became strong white horses. Stella watched, amazed. Aura then turned to Stella. Poof! Her ragged dress was replaced by a glittering gown of moonlight silver, and on her feet appeared tiny, perfect shoes made of glass. "But listen closely," Aura warned. "You must be home before the last stroke of midnight." Stella stepped out of her glorious carriage and into the palace ballroom. Everyone gasped at the beautiful stranger, especially Prince Kale. He immediately walked through the crowd and gracefully offered her his hand. They danced and laughed the night away. Prince Kale had never met anyone so kind or delightful. Stella was so happy, she completely forgot about the time, until the massive clock tower began to chime. Dong. Dong, dong, dong. As the clock neared 12, Stella remembered Aura's warning. "I must go," she cried, running away from the confused prince. She flew down the palace stairs, and in her haste, one tiny glass slipper slipped right off her foot. Prince Kale found the beautiful little glass shoe. He searched for days, asking every woman in the kingdom to try it on. Finally, the search led him to Stella's house. Bruna and Letha huffed and puffed, trying to squeeze their large feet into the tiny slipper, but it was no use. Madame Vexia tried to hide Stella in the dusty kitchen, but the prince saw her. Stella sat down on a velvet stool. When Prince Kale placed the slipper on her foot, it slid on perfectly, as if made just for her. The magic was proven. Prince Kale led Stella away, and they lived happily, always remembering the little shoe that brought them together.